this is the kind of debauchery that's actually going on up at Ubisoft booth. They got the new Just Dance 2014 being demoed on stage, and this is the party bringer to all of the next generation consoles. Over to the right of us, we actually have a really badass contraption which is designed to immerse you completely into the new The Crew games experience. This game is all about forming a crew of reckless drivers together with you and your buddies, and then causing all kind of havoc across the streets of a virtual city. And this game is actually very, very well socially integrated. As you can see, the whole idea is you compete against the other crews, and well, this looks graphically intense, as well as the premise of the game is pretty interesting. Now, on our left side, there is actually a booth of Tom Clancy's The Division. And the last Tom Clancy's title I played, The Conviction, was actually one of the best games I played last year. In this here corner, the new installment of Assassin's Creed series is being demoed, the Black Flag, which takes place in the 18th century. And actually to the left of us, you can see the actual multiplayer being played. It looks like people are having a blast. There's a huge lineup. And apparently this has already got one of the Best of E3 awards, because they have like a whole wall full of flags just over there. Well, the game looks very graphically satisfying, and it will be available on the next generation consoles as well as on the PC. Another hit from the show is the hotly anticipated Watch Dogs game, in which apparently the developer team took whole 4 years to build a virtual city in which absolutely everything and anything can be interacted with and or hacked. We have been to the presentation of the game, and well, the gameplay mechanics looks awesome, the storyline looks awesome, and this game is coming out in 2014. One of the pavilions I really want to check out is the one dedicated to history of video games. And it turns out that there is a dedicated store that they specializes in all kind of ancient gaming hardware, games and paraphernalia, and they actually have set up a whole pavilion, and this place is full with the classic ancient gaming systems. Look, they even have a working Atari 2600, the legendary 1977 system. Like, this thing is just like this existed before I was even born. And 1976 Atari video music. I don't even know what it is, not going to pretend to, but looks old. Just wow. And then of course there is the Super Nintendo 1991. I think I actually have seen the original Nintendo Entertainment System somewhere else. Oh wow, yeah, Commodore 64. Look at that. This is ancient. Just like, huh. It's definitely, oh, here it is. Here's the NES, the original one. Check it out, 1985. Some of my childhood memories actually have this thing in it. It's pretty amazing that some company would actually be completely dedicated to, well, pretty much maintaining this whole museum. And then on the other stand, there is a lot of in-game and video game related paraphernalia. Oh, look, limited edition Xbox, the Mountain Dew edition, I think. Yep. And the yellow PS2. Check it out, 2001. This stuff is cool. And I've never seen one of these before. Virtual Boy. Really? Huh. Well, and let's continue on the aisle. Wow. 1972. Look at this stuff. This is just like like wow. What? I'm afraid to touch it so it like falls apart, but this is pretty amazing. I'm having a pretty interesting trip down the memory lane right now. Oh, and the original Saturn. This is some cool stuff, and I'm actually posting a detailed photo to our Facebook. Anything from, well, Little Enforcers to Road Ragers to Russian Attack. Hey, they made a game after me before I was even born. Imagine that. Yeah, and right here there is the whole deck dedicated specifically to classic vintage Activision games. And on the table behind us, check it out, there is some paraphernalia from, well, 3 decades ago. Look at this. This is the year I was born, and they actually kept it. Like, look at that. Like, some people, for them, gaming is more than serious. Oh, and look at this. A name plaque for one of the employees from back in 1983. This is pretty... Well, yeah, what can I say? I'm pretty speechless. I didn't expect to see something like this at this event. And here's what I want to show you. Check that out. A wooden box TV. With the Atari system plugged into it. Like, how old school is that? So yeah, well, that was a pretty interesting booth to visit.